Today I'm going to talk to Valery. She's an aerial gymnast living in New York City, and I've actually seen her perform many times.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination.
So for everyone who doesn't know who you are, can you give us a little background on when did you start? Why did you start?
Yeah, so I do circus entertainment for the events. I started now as an adult when I was about 22, but I did have experience. I tried circus when I was 7, and then I tried acrobatics when I was 9. So I tried many different things when I was little. When I came to New York, I just finished college. Working as a dancer, I got to meet many entertainment companies, and I saw specialty acts and aerialists. And when I saw an aerialist, I was like, oh, I've done it. When I was 7, I was doing this. This is easy. So I went to circus school here, and it was hard. It was not how I remembered. I grew some ass, I grew some legs, I got heavier, my hands got weaker. It was not as easy and fun as I remembered it when I was little. I kind of started taking some circus jobs little by little. Slowly but surely I got better. I started making my own costumes. Now that's how I make my living.
And you basically were yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. So you basically completely make a living out of your art.
Yeah, so with the money, I wanna say something very important, that the rate for circus is good because it takes so much time and it is so difficult to get good at it. So it pays well. In New York, there's so many circus schools now that many people just go and try, and they're like, oh my god, this is so fun, I want to do it. And they try to get their jobs for free or for very little money. They try to compete with like, oh, I'll do it very cheap, just give me a job. And they do circus on the side. If you go to people who've been in the industry for 7 years, and you ask them, hi, what's the rate? What's the going rate? How much am I supposed to charge? Can you please educate me on that subject? And I don't want to undercut anybody. And they tell you, they want to tell you. And then you just do that and you compete with something else, with your personality, with your costumes, with your skill, but not with rate.
Your last regular job was at on March 8th.
March 8th. It was
over 2 months ago,
yes.
yeah. So can you kind of talk about a little bit on how that developed?
Some dark memories. So my year started amazing, and I booked a new job in April with a cabaret that just opened, which was really exciting because it's in Philadelphia, it's a new market. Then on March 10th, I got my first message. I apologize, I'm sorry, I have to cancel this next week. And it never happened before. Rain or shine, winter, summer, they always go on. And the season was just picking up. They were canceling it without knowing really what's happening and what's going to be. Within a week, I lost all my calendar. Everything that I had planned till summer, all of this got canceled. So this can run you into depression easily. But because it was happening to absolutely everybody, that's why it didn't feel so bad. As a community of aerialists and circus and all, it's a big circus community, we just kind of supported each other, and we just had to deal with it and accept this is happening.
And the good thing is that a lot of people are getting creative with new ways of making money or just creating content in any form. So have you had any kind of experience?
So first thing that happened, all of the performers, they're also part-time teach. So they transferred into teaching an online class. So I tried that. As people getting more desperate,
We're laughing, but we're really just crying inside.
Because it's not just our job, it's something that we crave. So people were left without it, so they started doing some online shows. For example, Sleeper Room, they do shows every week. So they just already had their audience that followed them on Instagram, so they just moved into the Instagram. So it was an easy transition for them. Only thing that if in real world they charge for tickets like $25, so now they said it's a donation. If you can donate, please do support the performers. But we also understand that everybody lost their jobs, so if you cannot donate, please watch the show so you don't get depressed, so you're not sad at home. Watch the show. If you can donate, it's fine, but if you can't, here's Venmo, here's PayPal. A virtual club contacted me, 𝐅𝐚𝐜𝐲𝐽𝐿𝐼. The concept is the same. It was like 300 people watching the feed at the same time. It was successful, and he asked me to perform there because I wasn't home. I didn't have my costumes with me, and I didn't have my equipment, so I refused to perform. But I did help him to book other people. Yeah, we adapt. People adapt to anything you throw at them.
Yeah, for sure. We're just not, something like this hasn't happened in a long time, so everyone is just sort of a shock state. But I feel like now slowly we are understanding that this is the new reality now, at least for some time. Get creative and find new things. So how do you think this pandemic and the consequences of it will impact your industry for the future?
The industry reacts really fast because people want to eat, so they want to proceed with working. I don't know if it's a secret or not, but yesterday I performed for a demo launch of an app, 𝐅𝐨𝐫𝐼𝐚𝐫𝐝, and they had a meeting with owners of big groups like Tao Group and Gospel, like all the New York celebrities. They had a meeting with that app to see if they can do some kind of online events for their crowd, so they can see how much maybe they can charge people to participate. Like that 𝐅𝐚𝐜𝐲𝐽𝐿𝐼 club, they charged for an entrance, they charged $10. It's 300 people pathetically drinking in their rooms.
By the way.
When it's all of us doing it together, it feels more festive. Yeah, so there's a chance that this is gonna be popular. You gotta do what you gotta do. People still want some events and some entertainment, so
earlier you talked a little bit on how that can also be an advantage for you, sort of having a camera and being able to really set everything up to have like the perfect view.
For example, when you perform in a room full of people, not every person gets the best angle. If you hanging upside down in a split, some people get to see your pretty face and you smile at them, but some people behind you and looking at your behind with the spread legs, and it's not as pretty. So when you're doing it from phone, you set up the camera and you get to decide exactly what the audience member is gonna see. So it's kind of, there's advantage, and we can learn to work with it.
What has it been like being back in the city?
We came back to New York a week ago. So today is what, May? Whatever.
I have no idea what is happening.
It was a strange experience because first of all, the city is so empty. Things that are right here, they're right here, but you can't use them. If you run out of elastic for a costume, for example, you can't just go across the street and buy it in a fabric store here. But overall, I'm happy to be back in my apartment with my costumes, with my fabric, my sewing machine, and I'm able to take online gigs. I have good internet.
And I do want to mention, you do your costumes mainly yourself. I do want to point that out.
Since I kind of started late in the circus game, so I'm not the strongest performer out there, but I compete with other things like costuming. I can provide custom costume for each event.
You probably have so many costumes. You have like a whole archive of... Oh.
Yeah, of course many of the events, they got moved to the next year. Next year, positive, next year is gonna be busy.
Do you have any last words?
This situation reminds us that nothing is permanent. things can't get canceled, things can stop, like nothing, everything is temporary. I think I'll say for everybody that event people are just feeling blessed that this pandemic happened now, not in November or December, because majority of our money is corporate parties at the end of the year, because then everybody's booked, everybody's busy. So if this pandemic happened in November, December, like it happened in China, oh my god, we would have suffered 10 times worse. But I know that many people weren't able to save, and I know some people who had like $100 in their account right before that. So that's when you really have to rely on government to support you, and it's been tough. Unemployment thing, it's for normal people. It's for people who have normal jobs. Self-employed, oh my god, it's so difficult. Many of my friends applied 4 weeks ago, 2 months ago, and haven't gotten any money yet.
Thank you so much, and thank you for doing this again, because we had to do it again because my camera fucked up.
I'm very excited. I hope that people will feel better. You know, different industries going to recover from it differently. We'll learn to live in it today because we cannot plan anything. So we have to enjoy
every moment a little more. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Please keep the conversation going in the comments. Stay safe. Wash your hands.